All right, that was a pretty rockin' song, y'all. That was a pretty rockin' song. How's everybody doing? Hello, 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 people of the stream. Um, let's see. Sophia's going on vacation for a night. Do 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 do. Weird shops. We do like some weird shops. That is fabulous. So Anita can't stay for the full stream, but here for a bit. Glad you could join us. Huzzah! Huzzah! So, I'm tired, y'all. I'm still tired from Dragon Con. Still tired. Still tired. But I got a lot done yesterday. I've still got a couple Dragon Con things to do, mostly emails. But I'm going to focus actually on Multiverse today because I have a lot I have to do for Multiverse. First up is double checking that all the conflicts have been resolved on the schedule, and we will see how that goes. And then after that, I have to set up a GoFundMe because I want to try to get a medical group to Multiverse. I've been wanting to get them there for a couple of years now, but my experience with them at another con where I passed out and literally hit the ground, not hard because I was standing near a friend and he made sure I didn't like whap my head on the ground, but yeah, so my experience as a patient of theirs makes me want them with us even more. We can't afford it, so we're gonna GoFundMe it. So Joelle, welcome in. Welcome to the land of exhaustion, my friend. Yes, I feel like we're all really tired. I'm getting real old for this stuff. I am also dragon, my friend. Yeah, and so I will say that we will be ending the stream or rating or whatever we end up doing at 3 o'clock, right at 3, because I have a dentist appointment at 4, so I need to make sure I'm ready for that. Uh-oh, Sophia, what's wrong with your itinerary? I have 10 things on my list for tomorrow and only 3 for Saturday. Yes, that seems like that's not... Oh! Well, hello.
Spencer author just raided with 1 viewers. Welcome, raiders.
Welcome in, crows. Hello, LJ. It's very nice to see you. I'm glad you joined us. Thank you so much for the raid. We are just actually getting started. I was just saying hello. So, yeah, it's going well. We were just talking a little bit about what's going on this weekend for folks. Sophia, our friend, is taking a little vacation this weekend. I think it's this weekend. Is that what you mean? Yes, this weekend. So tomorrow and Saturday. And I was talking about what I'm going to be working on, which is convention stuff. How did your stream go, LJ? How did your stream go? You know, of course, if you need to go away and chill out, and things, I completely understand, but I am so grateful that, you know, you thought of me when you thought of rating. I'm going to be like Southwest or Delta. Thank you for traveling. TWT Streamlines. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm exhausted. So, yeah, so several of us are still recovering from Dragon Con. Whew. And my internal temperature regulator is broken again. It went really good. Got a bunch of emails done. Went down a Temu teacup rabbit hole. I understand those. And then managed to get some writing done. Excellent job, LJ. Huzzah! Yeah, Temu can be a time suck. I don't let myself look at it like shopping wise unless I'm like in bed getting ready to go to sleep. But then the other rule is I do not actually check out if I'm in bed. If I'm gonna check out, I'm at my computer going to the website and checking out, because I have made more weird purchases because I'm just like half asleep or whatever. Yeah, I don't let myself do that anymore. Welcome in, James, and Izzy's here also. Welcome in, y'all. Glad you could join us today. Oh, Gina! I forgot. I completely forgot that was your new name on, because I haven't seen you in so long. I didn't realize that was you, but yay. May I call you Gina, or would you rather me call you LJ? Either one is fine. Or anything else randomly. I'm happy to call you whatever you'd like to be called. James says, oh, that is so smart. I've spent so much money on Temu from bed. Yeah, that's my rule for myself. Because if it can survive me sitting at my computer and actually looking at what's in my cart, then it's something that I really am okay paying for. So LJ is best. Then thank you, friend, for that guidance. Yeah, Temu's rough. Although I will say I'm really glad, and they did this like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, where they stopped just sending individual packages and now they send a whole bunch of packages in one big package. That I think is like way better than what they used to do. I have so many stickers and crochet supplies from Temu. Yeah, I have so much stuff that yeah, there are some things. Although I did get this new little eyeglass rack from Temu. So that my glasses can be all cuddled and soft in their fuzzy bed. So I did get that from Temu. All right, y'all. What's everybody working on? Let's see. Izzy says, I really want to try a big, cheap reading chair from Temu. I know, I've seen those ones that are like big with a little ottoman and stuff that look super comfy, and the reviews are actually pretty good. But you've got to like figure out which reviews are real and which reviews are fake, which isn't too hard, generally speaking, but still. I'm getting into pocket watches, and I might have bought a bunch of pocket watches. I bought pocket watches as like giveaways for events I'm at. So yes, I've also bought pocket watches, and actually they've been, I don't know about their like timekeeping function, but as far as like the quality of the feel of the build has been really good. Like, but I also find, and this is very specific to Temu, is that if I find a thing that's really cool or really good or you know, whatever, if I go to get another one, like a couple months later, there's a bunch of stuff. It's like, as they see like the good stuff is selling, then they make a bunch of super crappy knockoffs that then flood, so you can't actually find the good quality ones. And I find that super annoying, because like, I'd keep buying if they were the good quality ones, but they're awful. Anyway, Izzy says, I'm doing a copy editing sample before going back to my short story. Managed about 1,100 words yesterday and hoping for a similar word count today. Excellent job, Izzy. Huzzah! Awesome, awesome. So like I was mentioning earlier, I'm going to be working on multiverse stuff today. First, to make sure that all the conflicts are worked out in the schedule, because we need to send the preliminary schedule out to the guests so they can approve or let us know if they would like changes made. So yeah, so that's going to be my first thing. And then after that, I'll work on the GoFundMe. And if I can get that done, then I will shift to DragonCon emails, because I have several emails in my mailbox that I need to reply to. So, Izzy is doing the copy editing. Anita, what are you working on while you're here with us? James, are you doing day job stuff? And Sophia, what are you working on today? Aside, now that you've got your itinerary planned-ish. And Joelle, what are you working on? Joelle's working on research. We do love some research, don't we? Sophia's gonna need to bring a raincoat. I'm sorry. That is a shame. What's the temperature like up there? Is it, and you don't have to give me the exact temperature, but is it like sweater weather? Is it, you know, like, is it getting cool? Is it still a little warm? What's it like up there? For those who don't know, Sophia is in Sweden. James is doing day job stuff. Yeah, that is rough timing. Okay, now I've got to do the math. Hang on. Let's see. 15 Celsius to Fahrenheit is 59 to 68. So it's a little nipply. It's a little nipply over there. Yes, LJ is in Ireland. So yeah, so we have a very international group today. So that's awesome. Anita is just puttering with odds and ends. Have to record an interview later, so nothing major. What? You're taking a slow, chill day, Anita? Who are you? I'm kidding. You absolutely deserve a slow day. Yes. Sophia says highly depending on if the sun is out or not. Yes, absolutely. It goes from very cold to pretty warm really quickly. James says I both love Ireland and it makes me cry a little. Okay. Okay. I have never been to Ireland. It's one of my places I want to go to. So LJ, I may be crashing on your couch at some point as I invite myself to your home. I'll bring you a fountain pen. Sophia says, I'm going to do some prepping for tomorrow and then I will do edits. Excellent. Well, it is fall, Anita, but that's still chilly. It's not cold, maybe, but it's a little nippy. So, yeah, LJ said, yeah, it's that kind of place. James says, my sister went to Ireland right after we lost mom. We all rushed to get her mom's ashes so mom could go with her. Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Izzy says, I think Ireland and Scotland will be among our first trips after we move to Germany. Yes. Yes. Toby's moving to Germany also. October Santarelli. So LJ says, sure, if you don't mind being in a tiny farming town with not much to do. All right, I'll use it as a writing retreat. How about that? Joelle says, a Facebook friend introduced me to his aunt who lives in Cork so she could help me with Gaelic pronunciations. She offered to have us in her home if we travel there, and now I'm antsy to go. I love that. I love the writer community so much. So much. Sophia says, I'm very happy to hear that for Toby, considering the political climate. Also, I mean, I'm sad for us, but happy for Toby. He's actually moving in November. He's already got his plane ticket and everything. So yeah, I think they're going to Berlin initially. I'm not sure. I think he ultimately wants to end up in Paris, but I think this is where he's starting. So yeah. LJ says, we do have business internet, so you totally could. Yes. James says, though it also makes me laugh because she totally put the ashes in a metal thing and then into a vibrator to keep TSA from having a cow. That's a way to do it. Mom would have thought that was hilarious. That's totally the way to get shit through TSA. Or put it in a Ziploc bag or whatever and mark it as dirty sex toys. So, or contaminated sex toys or something like that. Anything with sex toys or period. For people who are uterus carriers. Like anything that is period or sex related. Yeah. Yes, you do need to poke him before he heads out. You do. So, all right. Shall we get into it, y'all? Oh, we need to set up to lure our next spirit. So let's do that real quick. All right. So we want... okay, wait, this was the second one. As the sun sets over the floating city, I've been inspired to learn more about how it stays aloft. Flipping through the pages of the book I brought, I sometimes hear the sounds of tinkering just over the balcony. So, we are outside. So we want, we're going to be reading outside. And then we need the floating city and tinkering. What was the other bit? So we got floating city. Oh, the sun sets. So we need evening. Oh, look, that's it. That's everything we need. All right, y'all. Let me move that back over. So that is what we're doing. Look at how pretty that is. That is so lovely looking. Move this guy down so you can see more of the... Move this down here. And then we will turn this off. Although we should leave it back on so we can keep an eyeball out. All right. So, shall we get going, y'all? Okay, I don't like this down here. I like it up here. Okay. Are we ready? 20 minutes, y'all. Here we go. Y'all, the timer snuck up on me. Whoops. How did everybody do that round? I was very deep in checking to see who I can substitute for one of the people I have to take off of an evening event on Saturday night at Multiverse. Let's see. Sophia says it looks like the weather will be nicer on Saturday. So she moved. Sorry, y'all. So she moved all the parks to that day just in case. That was smart. Except for the amusement park. You're going to do that on Friday? Ooh, girl, you're going to be tired after this weekend. James fixed a data issue. Built multiple slides on his PowerPoint thingamajig. And finished his coffee. So what are you drinking now, James? I'm drinking tea. I switched to hot tea, y'all. That was the shortest summer ever because we had a very cool spring. And then we had a pretty cool summer. Like we had some really hot days, but interspersed with cooler days. And now we seem to be mostly firmly into autumn weather. So, let's see. Oh, yep, it's cheaper on Fridays. Smart thinking. Izzy says, I didn't get as far as I'd liked. All right, so, Multiverse. Izzy, you walked away. You asked me a question and then you walked away to make tea. Let me know when you're back. Joelle has written a whole 55 words. Yes. That's 55 more words than you had 20 minutes ago. All right, Izzy, Multiverse is a small sci-fi fantasy fandom convention in Peachtree City, which is just south of Atlanta. It's kind of like Dragon Con, but like tiny and also much more diverse. We baked diversity into the wallpaper. We do not have a diversity track. Every event you go to is diverse. Oh, sorry, y'all. So definitely check it out. Go to multiversecon.org and you will find us. So yeah, you should stay with your mom's friend because it's a really good time. And you're going to know a lot of people there already because you met so many TWT members. We got a lot of TWT members there. So let's see. James has not as yet managed to get a new beverage. That's sad. What kind of tea are you going to make, Izzy? Sophia says, I also cleaned out my backpack and found a very small purse that will hold just my phone, bank card, and lip balm so I don't need to A, rummage around in my backpack for all my stuff, or B, keep the stuff in the outer pockets and run the risk of thieves. Yes. Oh my God. Stop with the yawning. Jesus. And picked a book to bring and sorted out her meds. Sophia, good job. You got a lot done this sprint. Anita sent out a review copy and checked to see if her Library Thing reviewers downloaded their copies. They did. So 8 possible reviews out in the ether. Yes. I love it. Sophia also made a budget. So now she's set with the plan. You sound like you are set with the plan. That's awesome. Joel says, I like that. Baked it into the wallpaper. And yes, totally agree. Multiverse is a good time. Yeah, so actually our first artist guest of honor, John Picasso, our very first year, actually said that in the closing ceremonies of our first year. He basically like commandeered the mic for 5 minutes. That ended up being 15 minutes. And he just gushed about how like he's never been to a con like ours and that he had never felt like so very much feeling like he has a place in the con that is specifically for him, right? And he said a lot of cons try to create diversity, but at Multiverse it's baked into the wallpaper. And that's exactly his phrase. So yeah, and I think a big part of it is because we built it from the ground up that way. Like older cons, legacy cons, they have to work against their own history, right? They have to work against their own history to try to create more diversity within their events. And I mean, I applaud them for even attempting that. Like that's awesome that they're trying to move in that direction. But we didn't have to move in that direction. We started in that part of town, is what I'm saying. So, ooh, honey tea. I do like me some honey in my tea. It's true. Although I've been trying to not put sweetener in my tea. Well, this tea, black tea, I always have to put sweetener in, but rooibos tea, I can like it's a pretty sweet tea anyway, and so but I had gotten into the habit over last winter of putting honey in it, and so then I just kept putting honey in it, and it's fine, but like at that time I was pre-diabetic, so I was really trying to watch all of my sugars. So, but I'm no longer pre-diabetic, but I also don't want to get back there again. So yeah. So now I have to work on my cholesterol because my cholesterol's high. So I've been trying to cut back on cheese, y'all. It's so hard. I mean, I'm not foregoing cheese altogether, but I am trying to be cognizant of how much cheese I put in everything that I do. So, put more honey. Yes. Cheese is harder than sweets. They're both hard for me. I have my whole head is a sweet tooth. That's my entire head is a sweet tooth. So, 80-20 rule, babe. I'm assuming that means overall, like 80% good stuff and 20% bad stuff. I don't know what that means. I mean, I understand what an 80-20 rule is. I understand that. But I don't understand how, like, I'm not sure exactly how you're applying it to this situation because I've heard lots of different things. But I have been just trying eat healthy 80%. Yes, and 20% doesn't harm as much. Okay. And that's what I thought you meant, like the overall. Yeah. But the 80% needs to actually be healthy. And the thing is like I eat too much cheese. I do eat too much cheese. I will put cheese on almost anything. If it's not sweet, I will put cheese on it. Um, yeah, I have a problem with veggies. And it's not that I don't like veggies, it's just that I've been in the last few years just like I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to actually expend effort on doing anything unless I have to. And I know that that's a mental health thing, but I'm trying. I'm trying. I've been doing better with fruits rather than processed food. Not today. I had Pop Tarts for breakfast. Don't judge me or judge me. I don't care. So okay, anyway, but we got to get back to work because we got to get work done because I got to leave. I got to stop the stream at 3. So, let's get going. 20 minutes. Boom. Let's go. It snuck up on me again, y'all. I was in the middle of a conversation with one of my directors about swapping out some of their, like one of their sessions for something else to fix something later. A conflict I'm about to create that I don't want to create. So, anyway, it's very much like a game of Tetris at this point. All right, how did you guys do? We get a little break. So, excuse me, I need to refill my tea. I think I might need another cup of coffee. But if you need something to eat, something to drink, you need to use the restroom, this is a perfect time to do it. Also, if you've been sitting this whole time, get up out of your chair and stretch a little bit so you don't get too stiff. Sophia said, I finished looking for restaurants and started editing. Good job, friend. And Joelle got 528 words. Yes. James is almost done with the PowerPoint. Awesome, awesome. Also, quick reminder, if you haven't taken your meds yet, and you should have taken your meds by now, please take your meds. But we are going to go ahead and be right back. Oh, Joelle has to go. Oh, bye, Joelle. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us. You're awesome. I hope you have a good shift. So we'll see you later. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick break. I'll be back in about 5. I'm back. Yes, the date is the 13th of September, a week from Saturday. It's on the Twitch calendar on my schedule. For Twitch, I just haven't put it on the Google calendar yet. So, yes. Yeah, okay, so that was it. Awesome. And timer's up. There we go. All right. We still haven't lured our spirit yet. Usually we've lured the spirit by now. All right. So this is a tough one, I guess. Okay. Shall we go again, y'all? I'm going to get back to the conversation with my director. Let me scooch that over a little so you can see the whole thing. Okay, y'all. Oh, I can make it smaller. Can I? Can I make it smaller? No. I can only make it bigger. I can't make it smaller. All right. Are we ready? Let's get back into it. caught it that time. How did everybody do? Welcome in, Rachel Taylor. Glad you could join us. And Izzy, I'm very excited that you're going to be coming to Multiverse. All the things. All the things. Yes, you did. You got plans. You're putting plans in motion. Plans. A plan is important. So, Sophia did 2 scenes and finished the chapter. Yes, good job, good job. Well, there's no reason your hubby wouldn't be on board, because literally if you have a place to stay, that's the majority of the cost. The only other cost is the ticket, and you can even mitigate that by volunteering. I'm just saying. Just saying. And we've got a game room, so if your hubby's a nerd, he'll have fun. Anita finished filling out a form. Forms are the worst. So Sophia only has 6 chapters to go. Oh my God, you're so close. So close. And then what are you going to do? All right, we get a little breaky break. I'm still working through all of this stuff. So yeah, so I'm still doing the things. All right. The game room is a good point, but he'll have the 3-year-old. Guess what? We also have a kids track. One of y'all has to be with the kid, but we have a kids track that is specifically for small children. You can't just drop them off and go. It's not babysitting. So somebody has to stay with them, but there's all kinds of stuff for little kids to do too. I'm just saying. So, a thing to think about. It's called the adventure track. So, and let me tell you, the people who run it are the best. So, yeah. All right. I've got to use the bathroom because I didn't have time. But I don't think we get a break yet. So, I'm going to start the next sprint. And I'm going to go off camera to use the bathroom. Then I'm going to come back and get back into it. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Ready? And then during the break, we will we will meet our new spirit, because we finally lured our spirit. Yes. All right, y'all. Here we go. Shoot, I missed it again. You can tell I'm like super focused on what I'm doing because I keep forgetting, I keep missing the timer. All right, how did everybody do? How did everybody do? I am chugging along, chugging along. Let me know in the chat how you did. This is time for another break. Or get 5 minutes if you need to get something to eat or something to drink. You need to use the facilities. Now's the time. About to go present the PowerPoint James built. Huzzah! Huzzah! We're going to meet our new spirit. I'm glad, Lucille, that you're doing well. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. But we're going to meet our new spirit. Events sorted. Working on website. Awesome. Sophia did nothing of value except rest. See, I fixed it for you. All right. Shall we meet our new spirit? Here we go. Oh! Look at that guy. Aviator. Y'all. The aviator. While most spirits will freely lean on their magic to get things done in the blink of an eye, but not for these industrious little crafters, aviators prefer the satisfaction of working with their own paws and love nothing more than to tinker for hours on any invention or gadget that needs fixing. Even so, the spirit has the ability to conjure the proper tool for the job right out of thin air. Lord, that would be useful. So they're still plenty magical in their own right. Aviators are a very new spirit to the world, or at least in their current form, which should be obvious from the peculiar jetpack contraptions they wear around their shoulders to fly. Were they once regular otters whose dreams of swimming through the clouds eventually manifested into spirits? Or did they perhaps come from some more technologically advanced dimension? These are the kinds of mysteries that made me want to study spiritography. The cloud districts rest steadily aloft in the air thanks to a complex system of magic and machinery that keeps it afloat, but it requires frequent maintenance to run smoothly. It's no surprise that aviators are common companions for the engineers who help keep this skybound marvel in ship shape. How cute is he? Okay, so we need to switch over to the new aviator. Let's check out the colors. Ooh, y'all know that's going to be my color. But let's see what else we got. Cute. Oh, look at the green. Look at trans aviator. And purple. Oh, the purple's super cute too. Let's see. Look at how cute they are. And then... Aww, so cute. But we're going to go with red because I'm a red girl. How about it? How about it, y'all? So cute, man. Okay, but we're going to actually move over to looking because then we can get a look. There we go. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, I got to stretch. That's good. I'm getting this crick in this side of my neck. It's very annoying. Ugh. Oh. Thank you, James. I sure needed that. Oi. So, yeah, so our new friend, the aviator. So cute. I also want to remind people, which Sophia asked about earlier, but remind people that on September 13th, Saturday, September 13th, so 9 days away, we are going to do a 6-hour stream. We're going to do some sprints, and then we're going to goof around. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. We're going to play games. I don't know what we're doing. But yeah, so we're going to do some work. We're going to goof around. It's going to be like an Ask Me Anything and, whatever. So, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday the 13th. We will go until about 5 p.m. I'm going to be tired. But it'll be good. It'll be fun. Being on camera for that long tires me out. Sophia says if I'm not working, I will be doing some real editing work. As opposed to the fake editing work you've been doing? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean, Sophia? I mean, you will be done with the gigantic fanfic, which I think is awesome. So, do you mean one of your non-fanfic stories? Is that what you mean? Oh, not just one scene. Oh, you mean you're going to hunker down and you're going to do a lot of work. I don't know. I feel like you might be done. Yeah. Oh, there goes James. Good luck, James. Ciao. Hasta la pasta. So, I'm trying to think of what else is going on. God, my neck is bothering me. So, what else do I have going on? So I'm going to the dentist at 4 o'clock. That'll be fun. I'm going to a wedding this weekend on Sunday. A couple that I met at Dragon Con. And then he proposed to her last year at Dragon Con. They are just such lovely people. He's a writer. And she's just amazing. I just like her so much. I mean, it really is very cute. They're adorable together. Sophia will not be done. School is very demanding. Yeah, that's true. That's true because you started back up again. So that's okay. Well, it'll get done. You're so far ahead. I'm so proud for you. You're doing such an amazing job. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. Our break is over. So I've got another 20 minutes on the clock. You can admire our little aviator here. And he will admire you right back because he's looking right at us. Rachel Taylor says, still working on day job, which is unavoidable, of course. However, I have so much terror about starting the new book that I am totally avoiding that too. Oh no, why are you afraid? Like, what are you afraid of? Let us know in the chat. We'll talk it out. If you want to. You don't have to, obviously. If you just want to sit in your fear for a little while until you start tackling it, that's okay too, you know? You don't have to share what you're not comfortable sharing. But I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. 20 minutes. Let's go, y'all. Here we go. All right. Sorry. Chewing on a pretzel. Okay. How'd everybody do? I am chugging along, chugging along. Oh, ad break. Lucille can now sell ebooks on the website. Good job. Huzzah. Great job. Awesome, awesome. Y'all check in, check in. I'm sorry I did not time the ads very well. I wasn't paying any attention. That's part of the problem. So, how'd everybody do? How'd everybody do? That's it. That's it. Ah, Izzy said, God, these commercials always take me off guard. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks. But it gives me a couple pennies. Okay. Sophia says, I'm just watching Yarn Bingo, waiting for the discount code so I can order yarn for Christmas presents. Yeah, ours is on Mondays. Rachel says, more and more day job. Rachel, did you see what I replied to you further up in the chat? Yeah, I get a couple pennies for the ads when you watch them. Yeah, they are unexpectedly loud. I agree with you 100%. You can subscribe with Prime if you have not subscribed before. Well, the ad is still going. I should wait. Let me see if that works. My StreamBot is not working properly, and I don't know why. So they did an update, and I can't figure out why it's doing this. So anyway, what I was saying is you can subscribe with Prime. If you have a Prime account, tie it to your Twitch, and you get one free subscription every month, and you can give it to any creator you want. Also, it's September, so apparently subscriptions are 30% off. So they are $4.99 for a month, I think, now. Anyway, so those are some ways to get around the ads. And that money, a good portion of that money does come to me. When you subscribe, I get something like between $3 and $4 or something like that per subscription. So yeah. So those are ways to get around the ads. Not even ad blockers will do it. All right, let's get back into it. I'm going to try to cram... No, I'm not going to be able to cram 2 more. I was really hoping I could cram 2 more sprints, but it's already 35 minutes, and I really need to stop. So what do you guys say we do a 30-minute sprint instead of a 20-minute sprint? Does that sound okay? That way we can utilize the most time possible. So I'll take a quick gander at who is out there streaming so that I can find us somebody to raid. Once our 30 minutes is over, and then I'll get back to what I was doing. All right, all ready? 30 minutes. Here we go. Okay, y'all, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the sprint. End of the stream. How did you do? So, I was looking at who was streaming, and it looks like Somnio Games just started. So, I think that they are streaming, but I'm not. I mean, I think they're. I can't tell what they're doing right now. So I was gonna. I was looking at that writer woman. No, not that writer woman. Wabbit Tales. That's who I was looking at. They do very long. They're an audiobook narrator, and they do very long sprints. So welcome back to Anita. So y'all check in. I'm not sure who we're gonna. Looks like there's a little break. She's on a little break. Wabbit Tales. We've got Tiger Rights too, but they're usually ending around this time. And Somnio Games looks like they're making... I don't know what they're doing. It looks like some sort of a game, but it's mostly blank. So it looks like they're playtesting something. And then other than them, we don't have a whole lot of choices. Let's see. Anita sent the interview off to Crystal Lake and forgot to attach the interview in the first email. I feel like if there's anyone who's ever not forgotten to include the attachment, like, they're weird. Like, they're just weird. Let's see. Izzy finished the sample edit, so time to write. Huzzah! Rachel got a bit distracted by Reddit. Back to the day job. Probably head off to lunch. So if you just end the stream. I'm good with that. That's cool. Lucille can finally start writing. Everything else is done. Huzzah! Rachel, you still didn't... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I didn't see that you said that you did go back and see that thing that I wrote about the New York Times bestsellers also sitting down to write, being afraid they can't write, even though they've written dozens of books already. So we are not alone when we have those thoughts. All right. I think we're gonna raid Wabbit Tales, because they've got like another 40 minutes on their current sprint, and they have several next, and their sprints are like hour and a half long, so they're only on their first sprint. So yeah, so if you want to get stuff done, excuse me, you'll get lots of stuff done. Okay, let me go over the events of the coming week. Feel free to continue to check in. So these are the things that are happening in TWT as I know them. So tonight at 7 p.m., Amelia has her 30-minute writing sprints from 7 until 9. These are all Eastern time. On Friday, I'm going to take the summer morning write-ins off because I haven't heard from Sarah, and she hasn't made any events on Facebook in ages. So I'm just going to take them off. If she decides she wants to do them again, I'll add them back. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we will do our usual Zoom co-working from 1 until about 2:30. Then at 7 p.m., we again have writing sprints hosted by Amelia. She goes from 7 till 9. On Saturday, James, who is out there in the Discord, out there in the stream, holds his sprints on the Discord at 11 a.m. on Saturday, and he goes from 11 until 1. On Sunday at 10 a.m., we have the Sunday morning writing group, or is it write-in? No, Sunday morning write-in with Lisa Raby at 10 a.m., and it goes until noon. Then that evening at 7 o'clock, we have our usual discussion chat via Zoom. It goes from 7 till about 8:30. If you haven't yet voted on the topic, Sorry. The topic or topics of your choice, please go into the Facebook event, and there's a post in there for you to do that. You can also suggest new topics. So that goes from 7 until 8:30. Then on Monday morning, we're going to delete the summer morning thing. Oops, this and following events. Okay. Let's see. At noon, we have Kick Off the Week co-working with Tiffany Vega. I'm not sure if she's still doing those, but at 2 o'clock, we have TWT Sprints and Meditation with Joe Compton. I do know he's doing those. Then Monday evening on the Go Indie Now Network, we have me, Conversation and a Cocktail. 9 o'clock, I am speaking to Lisa Yazik, who is one of the guests of honor for Multiverse. I'm very excited about that. Excuse me. Then on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., Amelia hosts her writing sprints again. She goes from 7 till 9. They're 30-minute sprints. And then next Wednesday, we'll be back here at noon to do our usual Twitch sprints from noon until 3 or, whenever I get tired of sprinting. And that brings us back around to next Thursday. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Sarahs always do cause problems. I agree. Sarahs are troublemakers. All of you. Everyone I know is a troublemaker. It's true. Yes, yay me. It's very exciting. All right. So, let us work. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So, Wabbit has about 35 minutes left on their current sprint. So let us go ahead and pop on over there. We're going to start the raid. As always, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here with me and helping me get stuff done. I was very focused. So focused I kept missing the timer. So thanks everybody. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at co-working if you're there. If not, we'll see you next week or Sunday or, some other time, whatever. I don't know. All right, bye y'all.
Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Make sure my music is turned down enough. Welcome the Writers Troop. Hello, Vanessa here with the troop. Hello, Vanessa and troop. Welcome into the goooooo Coven. I am your host, Wabbit, or you can call me Hannah if you would like. I am a full-time audiobook narrator and producer. Currently doing some proofs for a chapter before we head on into the booth, which I will be bringing you along for. How was your stream? I hope you had a wonderful one, writers. Would you like me to call you Vanessa? Let me know which one you are more comfortable with. Thank you so much for trusting your community over here in the Fluffle Warden. I really do appreciate it. Of course, if you do need to raid and run, I completely understand. But if you have more work to do and would like to join us, I'm gonna drop you a follow. You are more than welcome to join us. Yay. We have about half an hour left in this Pomo. I definitely think that I will be going a little over. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I do have anonymous follows. Vanessa works, but whatever is easiest. We had a great stream, got lots of stuff done. Bunch of people editing. Ooh, what kind of editing are we doing? But I was working on convention scheduling. Ooh, I hope that went well. I don't know what that entails, but I feel like it would entail a lot. I will be in the editing boat in a little bit. Got a lot of audio books to edit, some chapters to edit, and all kinds of stuff to get done. I yapped for like 2 hours, so I'm kind of behind. But I'm going to shut my yapper. We're going to dive back into work. Feel free to grab whatever it is you're working on. You do have to raid and run. Completely understandable. You have a dentist appointment soon. Good luck. I hope that goes well. Thanks for being here to catch my community. Of course, it is a pleasure to catch your community. Thank you so much again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Good luck at the dentist, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, Vanessa. And for everybody who is here, if you have any work to do, Now is the time to dive back in. I will shut my yapper. I am locking in. This needs my full attention. So I will not be seeing chat, but I will do my best to get back